What's up XRP holders? Guys, in this important video I have some very good news to share with you, but some bad news as well. So it's very important that you stick around until the end of the video. Let's not waste any time, let's get straight into it. First of all, smash up the like button. Can we get this video once again back above 1000 likes? That would be highly appreciated, and let's get into it. But before I show you my actual good and bad news, let me first of all talk about this, because in approximately 2 hours from now at 4 p.m. Eastern time today, the president will announce a new wave of tariffs during his Liberation Day event, and he's targeting major US trading partners like China, the EU, Mexico and Canada. And this move will of course trigger a lot of volatility. We have seen a pretty deep sell-off into the event over the past few days, so let's see what will happen in a few hours here from now, from the point of recording. Well, let me first off start here with the good news in the video, and that is actually that XRP on its daily time frame is still respecting this upward sloping channel. We had multiple touch points within this channel, also on the bottom side as you can see as support, and we are right now retesting the channel. So it's very critical for XRP to see a swift recovery back to the upside from this point onwards. But that is something as to take as good news. Another good news is that on the altcoin season index, we are currently below 25. So we are deeply in Bitcoin season, and this is historically always the best time to purchase your altcoins. You want to sell your altcoins or take profits whenever we are above 75 on this index, so prior to alt season. So this is actually, from a technical point of view, the best time to get into positions and to purchase your altcoins, or to just hold them if you are an altcoin holder, such as we are here on the channel. We are XRP holders. Another bullish signal is actually this one, and I showed you that multiple times. On the bottom side you can see the stochastic RSI on the weekly scale, and on the bottom side you can see XRP's weekly price action. So every candlestick represents 1 week. By the way guys, make sure to follow me over on X at steph_iscrypto so that you don't miss out on these time sensitive post. But yeah, here you can see that the stochastic RSI is currently significantly oversold, just like we have seen in October and in July, and in both cases we saw a significant rally to the upside for XRP. So are we about to see another huge rally? Well, from a technical and from a probability standpoint, there is a pretty decent chance that this could happen. Now, let me get to the bad news here, because there is also some bad news here in the immediate short term. This is XRP's daily time frame, and what you can see here are actually the EMA ribbons. Now, what is currently happening today actually is that the EMA ribbons are flipping bearish, and that is actually for the first time since October 2024, and this is basically confirmation that we are currently, I would say, in a more bearish trend, and that we could expect maybe more temporary downside in the short term before eventually a recovery back to the upside. Now, I know this is a contrary signal. There are some bullish signals flashing right now in the short term that are saying to us that the bottom could actually be in, but there's also another side of the coin, and that is currently saying that we should be careful and we should be open for both sides, because it is definitely a possibility that XRP could see a slight correction first before eventually a recovery back to the upside. And let me show you what happened historically whenever we saw this bearish cross of the EMA ribbons, or this bearish flippening of the ribbons. And the last time was actually here on the 10th of October. We saw the EMA ribbons flipping bearish, and since that point onwards XRP saw a correction to the downside of approximately 10.8%. In the first instance we saw a slight recovery back into the ribbons, another back test, but eventually from the bearish flip XRP basically dropped 10.8% to the downside. So that is something to keep in mind. And let me take you through another few examples as well. There was also one occasion here on the 14th of April 2024, so almost a year ago. The EMA ribbons flipped bearish, and from that point onwards, in the first instance we saw a slight recovery back into the ribbons, but eventually the price of XRP made a lower low and dropped down by 26.3% from that exact candle. Now, there are a few other occasions as well. Here we had 17%, 15%. 9%, 20%. And if I take you to the exact bear market from 2022, then we can see that the corrections were a lot deeper back then. We had one here, for example, we had the bearish flip of the ribbons in June 2021, and the price of XRP dropped down by 40.8%, which is of course very significant. We also had an occasion here in November 2021, bearish flip of the ribbons, a 45% drop, and also here very significant one, bearish flip in April, once again in April. Quite interesting that these bearish flips tend to happen in April, but April 2022 as well, bearish flip of the ribbons, and the price of XRP dropped by 60%. So this is most likely a signal that you should take into consideration and to take very seriously. Now, guys, I'm still extremely bullish on XRP. I still believe that we are about to make new all-time highs this year, and we're about to see much more bullish price action, but we should take this signal very serious. It is definitely a possibility in the short term that we could see a slight drop to the downside before eventually a huge recovery. So just keep that in mind if you're investing in XRP, if you're trading this, if you're expecting certain things from the president in a few hours. Just be careful, guys. There could be some volatility to the downside. It is a possibility, but overall, I'm leaning more to the bullish side here in the midterm. I definitely think that there are a lot of signals flashing currently that are telling us that XRP presents an amazing buying opportunity, but I'm just saying that you should be open to both sides of the coin, and if we see a drop, don't be surprised. Now guys, if you're looking for a way to purchase XRP or any other altcoin, if you want to trade it, then sign up to my referral links down below in the video description to Weeks, Blowfin or Maxi, because these exchanges are currently offering huge welcome bonuses up to 30k, easy to claim completely for free. You just need to sign up with an email, a password, and you're good to go within a few seconds. Also keep in mind, Weeks and Blowfin and Maxi are non-KYC exchanges, which means that you don't need to verify yourself with an ID card or anything. I use these exchanges all the time myself, and I'm very satisfied. So far, never had any issues, and I keep some funds on these exchanges. So yeah, definitely check it out if you're interested. But guys, what happens if we drop lower from here? Where's the actual support for XRP? Let's identify it, and for that I'm gonna go to the, let me actually stay here on the daily time frame, because I also need to show you this compression pattern which is right now going on for XRP here in the short term. And for that I'm gonna open this tab, and you can actually see that the price of XRP is currently trading on top of support. We are getting compressed here into this triangle pattern. We have this upward sloping support line, multiple touch points, downward sloping resistance line, and at some point I do expect a breakout from XRP, either to the upside or to the downside, of course, but it is a possibility that we could trade sideways for another few days before eventually that breakout or breakdown. So also keep that in mind, but let me give you some areas of potential support in case we do see some kind of a breakdown for XRP. And I'm going to sketch out a Fibonacci retracement from the bottom to the top, and let me actually move over here to the linear scale because I'm right now on the logarithmic chart. And if we go to the linear scale, then you can actually see that the support below us is around $1.92 for XRP. If we drop below that, then $1.58 should at least provide some temporary support, as that is the golden Fibonacci ratio. So these are the levels to the downside to watch for. And in case we break higher from here, the critical resistance to break above and to flip more bullish on XRP in the short term is actually located at a $2.50. So if we break above $2.50 for XRP, then that could mark the start of another huge rally to the upside, and that could trigger a lot of bullish momentum. So that is the key area to watch, $2.50 to the upside, and to the downside I just gave you the support levels. That was it for today, guys. If you found the video helpful, like the video, of course, subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in day trades, swing trades, I'm providing these signals on a daily basis. Sign up to my trade signal group. The link is down below in the video description. We are doing extremely well. We are very profitable. So if you're looking for some passive income, definitely check it out. I want to thank you all for watching, for the amazing support, and I'll see you very soon with another XRP update. Bye bye.